is Brews and Review 1776. I am David Offner.
Austin Martin.
Daniel Pagan.
And today we're reviewing a special beer today. It's the Sam Adams Octoberfest. Yes, I know it's August, but this is the time that Sam Adams debuts its fall seasonal, along with the rest of the fall seasonal pack that we will at some point also review. And this beer really got it all started for me. When I was learning about craft beer, it was the first craft beer I ever had.
And it was the first one you ever turned me on to.
And actually, this came before Boston Lager. It was a beer that kind of introduced me to Sam Adams, and I wanted to see what else they had. But this was by accident. I was at a tailgate party one day, and I was with my family, and I just asked my grandfather if I could try some of this beer that came in an orange container, and honestly, it just seemed something out of this world at the time. For me, who was drinking Coronas at the time, it just opened up a whole new world. And Martsons always stand out in terms of what I look for in a beer that is highly drinkable and has these fantastic sweet flavors, and it never gets old, and I always look for it. And around this time of the year, it's always something I seek out in the stores, whereas in the summertime, I'm not so active when it comes to Sam Adams beers in the summer. Not really a summer beer guy, but once it comes time for fall, it's time for Octoberfest. So put on your Octoberfest hats. It's time to roll.
Grab your steins and
grab your steins. Grab your Octoberfest hat that I received at a fantastic Irish bar.
There's another.
Let's review some beer.
And that cover right there.
Let's review some Martsons. Actually, there's a reason why they call these Martsons, because there's a reason why they call them Martsons, and it's because that back in Europe, in Germany, they would brew these in March for the long haul in summertime to be ready come October or September. And that's where the name derives from Martzen. It's March in German, which is very surprising to me. I was trying to make some sense of it.
Lesson.
But yeah, raise your steins, do a stein holding contest, if you will, while you're waiting, as we did a couple years ago. And let's get it on. Gentlemen, the Octoberfest is among us.
Well, it seems like it wasn't by accident that this was your first beer, because it really introduced you to one of your true passions in life now, which is craft beer and brewing.
Yeah, this is one of those beers that I would like to brew at some point. And
brew your own Octoberfest style beer?
Yep, exactly. It's perfect. It's the right amount of caramel, sweetness, complexity. It's really a taking a time off from hops and these dark malts from stouts that are so thick, so strong, and so many. Martsons are the kind of beer that I look at as a nice middle ground. Deeply caramel and just well-rounded. The signs of the fall. And it goes along with the pumpkin beers quite well.
It kind of does smell like a fall type beer too. If you smell the aroma, kind of has that like nice, natural, like almost, I don't want to say woody, but I guess woody smell.
I get this toffee, this medium rich toffee. It's really something that won't leave a sticky taste in your mouth. It doesn't last long, which
not
is
a bad aftertaste either.
Not a bad aftertaste. The aftertaste is decent. It's not something that will stick for a long time. But just enough and you want more. You want to go for the next taste.
It coats the palate very well.
It really does, without being one of these stronger beers, but it acts like it's strong. It has a deep, rich flavor to it without packing a lot of alcohol, and really, it's this kind of this Goldilocks beer. It's really something that is inoffensive but deeply enjoyable.
Hello, Mike.
It's great. It really is.
How you doing, Mike?
It's-
Thanks for joining us.
We cracked these bottles open a minute ago.
Oh, I see what you did there. Well done, Boston. Well
and
done.
as you can see, Mike, we have an Octoberfest Sam Adams hat I've saved from
And our
a couple years
Steins, I
ago.
bought at Before
And
Brady's
we
a
have-
few years ago.
We have our Steins. We are
Well, they have
well
their
prepared.
Steins.
As you can see, it has
They
the
were only
logo on
$4
it.
a pop. I should have bought more.
What's up? What's up? Yes, Mike.
Tuesday,
Good to see
the
you.
Buddha. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
What's going on Tuesday?
What is, oh,
It's the
it's
Imperial-
it's an invite only, right?
It's the Imperial Mud Club welcome party.
Yeah, you have to sign up for a program, which is actually
Unless you're willing to
quite
drop
similar to
Appreciate the love, Mike.
which is actually quite similar to one of the craft breweries I went to up in Sebastian. They had a mug club. They had the mugs all on top.
How much was the entry?
You know, it's not something that I really cared much for because I don't live in Sebastian, so I can't quite remember. It might be about $20 a month if I'm remembering
Not terrible.
correctly. It's not terrible, and they give you a decent money off, like an extra $1 off of happy hour beers, and they give you significantly more in that mug. It's like 20 ounces. 20 ounces, $1 off at happy hour.
It pays for itself if you use it.
Probably pays for itself in the long run, but if you're a casual beer drinker, you probably won't care. Or if you're from down here, then no, obviously. But yes, Oktoberfest, Mike, is a beer that will always be near and dear in my heart. I just hope that it never will get overshadowed by any other beer in the fall lineup.
Never ring on it.
I would be shocked. I mean, the spring beers have gotten leaped over, but the rest of the beers in Sam Adams' seasonal lineup, Winter Lager and Oktoberfest specifically, Summer Ale, you never know what can happen in Summer Ale. They like the Grains of Paradise gimmick. But this is a true and natural beer with not too much added to it, not any fruit, not any spices. It's just
I like the caramel flavor.
It's just a true to its character crystal malt added that is just it's perfect. It really is perfect. This is probably one of the most perfect beers that you can have for sure.
For a 5.3%er.
5.3.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
You
Absolutely
don't
not.
even taste it. Like it doesn't taste like a heavy beer.
We do too, Mike. Even though some Oktoberfest brews are not widely popular among certain craft beer aspects, but
Brandon, thank you for joining us too. I just saw your light come across.
This is the main beer to bring to
I think he's
tailgate.
laughing at the hat.
Oh, this is a quite strange hat. Actually, funny story how we got this hat. 2 years ago, we went to Mickey Burns in Hollywood, great place. Lived down the street.
Now they charge for parking.
And now they charge for parking, but for a former Hollywood resident, living down the street,
I learned that the hard way.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
had
got
no
taken.
idea. But we were doing a frosting contest, and Austin.
What?
Well, you had to frost a stunt. You had to hold it
Oh,
in front of you
see, I'm not German.
without
What?
lowering your arm. It was a contest of strength. It was a water frosting contest.
Messed up part is that the glass steins were about like if you measured the width of my computer screen and turned it upside down, that's how big the steins were.
It was a
for
huge
water.
stein. It's
And
not
you
like
had to
one of
hold
these.
it out straight. And Not all the men lasted just a bit longer.
I wonder why.
I was counting, and I came in second. I was lucky enough to win a stein, a nice custom piece.
Yeah,
it's a decorative piece, not a drinking piece. So the first one they gave me broke. So
why don't
I
we bring it into the shop for a second?
Watch the
All
core.
right, but if you drop it,
I haven't never dropped anything.
Except your keys.
Except the weight on your foot too.
That was not my fault.
Mother Nature.
So
wow,
this is a doozy.
It was my
this is what we
my
won
precious.
at that event. This and that are
The
mementos.
craftsmanship on that stein is amazing.
My dad kind of broke this little piece, but I can super glue that on there.
And the one they gave him was also broken.
No, my dad did this one moving.
I know,
Simple fix.
but you had one broken Octoberfest mug, and you gave me that one. So now we kind of have two. I have one in my house too. So, but yeah, Oktoberfest. It's just a no nonsense beer, and really kicks butt. Thank you, Sam Adams, for your constant workmanship. Even though you're becoming quite big, and I know some people view you not as a craft beer
Because of their
company
size.
because of their size, but
Which is bullshit.
as we have discussed
Why does it sound
throughout,
like a eulogy?
and sometimes we do that, and sometimes I see people post online on the craft beer page that we are on. They talk bad about Sam Adams, calling them not craft beer anymore. Well,
Sam Adams.
look, if you make
opened as a craft beer, and once you start as a craft beer, you will always be a craft beer.
unless you sell out to the Budweiser, Coors, Miller, then all of a sudden, okay, sometimes when they take over a business, they change the recipes. But so far as I know, Sam Adams still as independent as ever. They're very successful. Yes, they have commercials, but you can't fault them.
Oh, right. So I guess that's one of the stigmas is if you have commercials.
If you have commercials, then all of a sudden
now you're getting to business.
you're not looked at in the same way.
Yes.
But from what I can still see, there's over 25 styles of beer, and they still make amazing beers. And the fall pack, when it comes out, I get to see it because they're trying to phase out their summer mix pack, but they do have the Octoberfest. But in about 2 weeks, they will have a fall mix pack, which I think we can also review on the show.
Because no one wants the summer mix pack. Right
Yeah,
now.
it's really been hanging around because the summer mix pack is.
And honestly, their summer beers are
Just
not
okay.
the best.
It's not one of my favorites.
I prefer their fall and winter ones for sure.
I agree.
I'm sure that over 65% of the country that like Sam Adams would agree with you on that one. I'm not gonna say more than 65 because
I actually really like the winter
huge.
ale.
The winter lager.
The winter lager.
That's one of my favorites.
I know it tastes like an ale.
Cold Snap is another good winter one.
Cold Snap became the spring seasonal over Noble Pills. I remember when they became the new seasonal beer, and actually that Pilsner glass over there I bought while the Noble Pills was the seasonal beer, but it wasn't something that was set in stone like the other seasonal beers are. Like these are not interchangeable. This is, I mean, you have to really find a better recipe to drop this as a mascot for the fall. For
Octoberfest is their headliner.
But no doubt about it. This I'm gonna get 12 packs for the tailgate parties coming up. This tailgate party, football season is Oktoberfest season. Basically, when you're talking
pretty much when Oktoberfest comes out, football's just right around the corner, folks.
See someone
about time.
With it. Just about time. But always the funny thing about Oktoberfest is that it comes out in August. It's a funny topic that gets brought up. Why? We're so technically.
It's because it's that damn good. It doesn't need to be brought up in October. It needs to be brought up sooner.
That's what I'm saying. I would also bitch about it too. I want Oktoberfest as fast as possible. And honestly, Oktoberfest actually is in September. It actually starts in September. The actual Oktoberfest in Germany.
It's not
One of these days we need to go to actual Germany for the real Octoberfest.
Well, one of my friends is in Germany. So one day,
Living?
yeah, he lives in Germany.
Oh, nice.
He's in the army. So he wanted to ask me if one day I wanted to go over, and I was thinking about going over for Oktoberfest because it would be a great thing to show everybody and to experience myself.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure we definitely want to get premium content out to you guys.
So I realized we haven't even given a review of Octoberfest and rated it yet.
Well,
we kind of did, but we haven't given our.
when it
Hey
comes,
Jeff, welcome aboard, man.
when it comes to Oktoberfest that you're getting these rich, dark crystal malts that provide a robust caramel characteristic to them, to the beer, and it's a go-to because of its simplicity, while being just immensely flavorful and still being 5%. I think that's the most important thing. Being 5%, that guarantees that you can have many. So
yeah,
it's almost
It's
like
not too much.
It's not too much.
Next one.
It's in the middle. It's in the middle of what a craft beer can be. Still being quite respectful. Still, but as we have seen, you can make a craft beer at 4%. We saw that with Solid Gold the other night when I was showing it. So,
by the way, I just tried that today. I totally agree with everything David said in that video. It is a unique and amazing beer that I was really pleasantly surprised for 4.4%. I really enjoyed it. I like my beers about 6, 7, 8, 9%.
and it's all about finding that sessionable beer that tastes great.
Mhm.
That's not made with rice or corn. Something that's made with the true flavors of beer and that you're used to, but you can drink many of them without feeling like.
Depends on if you're lightweight.
Well, at 4%, if you're getting drunk on with 4% beer now.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Mom.
How you doing? Long time no see. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Tonight we're trying again on the
No
Oktoberfest.
Remember this?
The old flame Oktoberfest.
The old flame makes it sound like acid marriage.
Well, it feels like when you're away for so long from
Yeah.
Oktoberfest, you kind of have to get reunited with the Oktoberfest.
And it feels so good.
And it feels so good.
Uh,
Man. You, for the record, you started that this time.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong. You guys gave me a bit of flack when I tried that, but hey, it's
No,
cool.
we didn't.
You got Tater. You guys were just playing. So
When we did our first video.
when we did our
like 3
first
months
when
together as a
we did
trio.
our reunited video, you guys kind of had a good time with that. It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Keep smiling like this.
Yeah, she meant you.
I know. I hope so. This one can't stop smiling ever.
So,
This got weird real
yeah.
quick. I don't know why.
Oh, it's okay. This
Thank
is
you, Don.
Reunited 2.0 video is great.
Wouldn't this be 3.0?
No, because once you're reunited, then it's no longer a reunion. It's like you're back. You're whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't.
He's already crazy. He's going crazy.
But true. That is very true. It's there's another trio video. All 3 parts of the Brews review. Seeing this back at it again.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks.
Damn good trio out that too.
Yeah.
3 Musketeers.
Absolutely.
Except not as stupid.
So,
Look at
giving
3
Oktoberfest a grade is something that is one of the hardest things. I mean, just because that you don't know how they change it year to year, I always want to feel like someone does something and tweaks it. But
Based upon what you just tasted today.
I no doubt about it. It tastes great. I would give it.
Mine's all gone, so you know it's good.
You know it's good. And
David didn't finish it yet.
Yeah, I'm talking a lot, so that's
You can still do
That
it.
always happens.
that always happens. But you know what? Oktoberfest has a great drinkability and has a rich flavor.
With a little hint of pumpkin in there.
For a lager, which it is. Marks is one of my favorite kinds, short of stouts and porters. I'm really gonna give it a 4.5 today, because of the mix of drinkability
There's still
with
some
the
left in
flavor.
there.
You're getting these. I could drink these all day. I mean, it's really the go-to. I've just been waiting for so long, and I know that there are other companies that make Martins year-round, like Kaufner, or it could be incorrect, but there are. No, never mind. They're Hofbrau. Hofbrau makes Martins throughout the year. I'm sure Wayne Stefaner does some.
I was at Hofbrau House in Las Vegas.
Yes, you were, and you showed
Beautiful place.
and you did show everyone.
Food was fantastic.
And
Service was good.
Where was this?
Hofbrau House in Las
Hofbrau
Vegas.
House, yeah. And I gotta give it a 4.5, and it's because of those two. The only reason why it doesn't get a 5 is it's not one of those beers out there that's going to shock you with its immense alcohol and flavor and like the Imperials that we usually have. But you know what? A very solid beer, always near and dear to my heart. 4.5, I think it has a great legacy, and I'm gonna give it a grade because of its legacy right now. It's just
Legacy grade.
a legacy grade.
For
What
me,
flavor?
Oktoberfest is right along lines of Sam Adams. My three favorite are Oktoberfest, the Winter Lager, and the Rebel IPA that they recently came out with in the past few years.
Good choice.
Oktoberfest, I really like this. This is something that you could just chill, watch back, plug in the meteor shower tonight. I mean, you could enjoy this, sip it. Oh, actually, I down mine.
Honestly, I drink it really quickly.
I would have to agree with my colleagues here that I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think it's a great beer. I like for me it tastes like the caramel that really coats the palate very well, and I thoroughly enjoy this.
It's a good choice.
Excellent choice.
Do you usually get Oktoberfest throughout the years on your own? I know that you usually get
On my
the
own?
same IPAs and stuff, but are you more likely to, when you're out at a bar after tonight, maybe getting a little bit of Oktoberfest? I know that sometimes the IPAs.
Oh, it all depends on if the bar serves Oktoberfest.
Well, that was a given.
Secondly, I do in previous videos, I'd make it no secret. A hoppy beer makes me a happy guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my mottos in life. It makes me sound like an alcoholic.
I think you also have a. Is it you or David that has a shirt that says it or something like that?
It's with me right now.
Okay.
So I mean, this is if I really just didn't feel like drinking like a heavy beer, this would be my go-to this time of year.
True.
This is my go-to fall beer.
Yeah.
Sometimes even if it's just a tad bit out of season, I'll still buy it. Yeah, it's Octoberfest.
Can't go wrong with it.
Of course.
And actually, I think
it goes off the shelves.
I think Austin brought up a great idea. I think it was you that said something about ice cream. Like if you pour this over some vanilla ice cream, sort of like a faux root beer float. Ooh.
It's an idea.
Or you could mix this with maybe some chocolate and flour in a pot on the stove. Make your own little Oktoberfest chocolate sauce and dip.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
You just gave an idea.
Cooking with Oktoberfest, that seems like a great idea. But when it comes to using it in an ice cream, sometimes it sounds like an interesting idea. It's just not a very strong beer, and it might not.
Well, that's the point.
It could act like a caramel.
We want it to be in the beer, but we don't. If it's too strong, people are going to want to drink or eat the ice cream.
True.
The point is to turn people onto it, not turn them off it.
Correct the mundo.
We want them to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
ice cream.
So go out there, get yourself some Octoberfest, kick back, relax, and enjoy the beauty that is Samuel Adams.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Have a good night.